Morning, Trisha.
Good morning, Miss Sepika.
How are you?
Good. Just got an earache.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So, you're just gonna leave like 5 or 10 minutes early, so you should pretty much have everything, I would think. And then I sent you the note, so I can send you an email later to tell you how far we got, or you can email me and ask.
I would do that.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I hope the doctor gives you something for that year. That's ear infections are not fun.
Yeah, I had them. How many times I had them
You've
when
had
I was a
nothing
baby?
but problems with your
Yeah.
ear since you've been a baby.
Yeah.
Having vertigo on top of it, that don't help it.
Morning, Sarah. Morning, Sierra. How is everybody this morning? Hi, McKenna. I always have a dog issue. Hi, Kaden. We'll get started here at 11:20-ish. We're going to start with the warm-up, so you guys can pull that up. It should be the exact same one that we've been working on. So we got 2 days this week, and then we'll turn it in probably on Wednesday, but it's not technically due till Friday in case some of you didn't get them and need to work on it. So just let you know. Hi, Monica.
Hello.
Anybody do anything exciting over the weekend? Nothing?
I got carpet laid down in my room.
Ooh, now that's exciting. What's the color?
It's mixed with colors. It's like blue, gray, orange, and yellow, but it looks really cool.
Nice. That's exciting. A little bit of a change, brighten things up, make the environment a little bit more inviting and exciting to be in. I love changing up things like that, or just even moving furniture sometimes is fun.
Well, the carpet kind of matches with my room because my room's blue and my bedding is like a blue pattern.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think I would like it too. That's exciting. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Xavier. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Just waiting on everyone to get here. So. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Kaden. Guys, I was telling everybody to kind of get their warm-ups out so we can get started on that quickly. And then I want to run through a Quizlet really quick. And I keep telling myself not to forget. So if I start going on to something and say, hey, weren't we going to do a Quizlet really quick? And I'll put that on the Google Classroom stream. So you guys can start practicing with some of your terms and different things. So some people that helps. I know if I was in school and my teacher did that for me, I would be ecstatic that I could actually have something to use to study. So However you want to use it is great. Gotta check something really quick here. Oh, sugars. Get those warm-ups up. Hi, Jordan. Hope everything's going well with you. Xavier, have you checked your schedule for the new 9 weeks? You can put in the chat yes or no. Okay. I do not have you on my class list, so you may want to check through the counselors or check your schedule and see if you've been switched out of this class into something else. So double check that if you could. Okay. All right. I guess we're going to get started here. So let's start with that warm up. Get going on that. If I forgot to say hello to you, hello everyone that snuck in while I was looking up something really quick. I'm glad that you're here.
Good morning.
Hi, was that Brooke?
It was.
Okay, I'm starting to learn your voice. You can either be afraid or happy. I don't know which. I got your number. All right, so let's go ahead and start with that warm up. I believe I moved it into week 2 because that's where we're going to need it to be for our turn in for this week. And as soon as it lets me hit on the right one, I will pull that up for you. Okay. So the question is, how many chromosomes does each parent give to their child? So it's a number, but remember to put things in complete sentences. And make sure you have those caps and ends. So you have 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1 starts now. Okay, when you get done with your warm up, just put a greeting in the chat if you haven't done so. Just say hey. Brooke, did you get what I sent you via email?
I can go check real quick.
Okay, I just want to make sure that that stuff's coming through for you.
Yeah, let me just check.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yep, thanks. I just want to make sure. You have 1 minute. Twenty seconds. Hi, Rachel. I'm going to let you know what's happening here in just a second. Okay, so let me just do a quick synopsis of what we just did for a couple new students that are coming to us today. Basically, you need to go into Google Drive and you need to open a document. And then each time we meet, I put a question up on the screen and you answer it to the best of your ability. It does not have to be right. It's just a good educational guess. But just make sure you're always putting that in there. It does have to have caps and ends. And, so just keep that in mind. But I give you 2 points each time we meet as long as you do them correctly, and then I grade them bi-weekly. So you only have to turn them in every other week. So if that is still foreign to you, or you're like, what the heck is she talking about? Just stay after a couple minutes in class, or we can schedule a time just to chat, and I can always fill you in just individually. So, alrighty. So I want to start with the Quizlet, and it doesn't matter to me if you have your notes open or not, because I won't be able to determine that anyway. But I want to just kind of go through some of the terms that we've talked about so that we are constantly recalling these and practicing them, because the test does have quite a few of these on there. So, let me start this over. Okay, so what do you call the study of the way animals and plants pass on to offspring? What is the study? What is that called? You can just give me your best guess. If you're doing it in the chat, I won't see it, so I just have to keep on going back and forth. So it's better just to unmic if you wouldn't mind. Any takers on this one? Study of the way animals. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we have this Quizlet or no?
I will put it in the live stream after we're done today.
All right.
Okay, so then you can practice it. But these were basically the notes that we did the last time we were together. So you guys could pull those out if you have them. Okay, so the answer to this one, just to kind of get us going here, get to that, is genetics. Okay, so what is the answer to this one? Characteristics obtained directly from the genes, both parents. What do you call that? Starts with an H. Anybody? Starts with an H. Characteristics obtained directly from the genes. Any takers? Are you still sleeping? Heredity. Basic unit of life. This one's from science. It starts with the letter C. Basic unit of life. What would that be? Starts with a C. It's a very short word. We're rusty. Brooke, do you know this one?
Conception?
Nope. It's a shorter word than that.
What'd you say?
Cell.
Cell. Thank you, Rachel. All right. Moving back to Quizlet. And that was correct. Cell. Okay, a portion of the cell that's outside the nucleus. What is outside of the nucleus? Anybody? Starts with a C, another C word, but it's a little bit longer, but it's not conception. Think of a cell. What is part of that cell that's outside of the
Cytoplasm.
Yep, good. Thank you, Rachel. All right. Here's another science word. Control center of the cell. We should all know this one. This one is a no-brainer. Starts with an N. Rachel, you want to do
Nucleus.
all right. Nicely done. All right. And then the last, well, I guess this isn't the last one, but a thread-like structure made of DNA molecules that contain the 46 genes. What are those called? There's 46 of them. Starts with a C. Yeah, that's the C word.
Chromosomes.
Thank you. Okay, bands on the chromosomes. What are those called? The bands. Starts with a G.
Genes.
Genes, yes. And then what's another word for genes? It's an acronym. DNA. Okay, what is the division of the nucleus called? It's an M word. Think about it. It's an M.
Mitosis.
Puppy in here. Okay, so mitosis, I think that's what I heard somebody say. So good. You're using your notes, that's good. Creates the half set of chromosome. What's that called? The 23. So you get 23 from your dad, 23 from your mom, another M word called meiosis. All right, Brooke, here's this one for you. When the egg and sperm meet, what's that called?
Conception.
Yes. What is considered the strongest trait, usually written with capital letters BB? What do we call that?
Isn't that like the dominant one, like the two
Yeah.
dominant?
Yeah, is that Azaria?
Yeah.
Aha. I thought that was your voice. That's correct. Good job. And then which one is the weaker trait, usually lowercase bb?
Recessive.
Recessive, thank you. And then what do we call a fertilized egg? Starts with a Z. Take a stab at it.
Zygote.
Yep, zygote. Thank you. Okay, what do you call identical twins? Or you can spell the first part of it if you don't want to say it. Takers? Any takers?
Isn't it the monozygote or something?
Yeah, monozygote, yes. And then what are fraternal twins called? Remember that one?
Dizygote.
Yep, very good. And then giving birth to more than one child at a time. What's that called? How would they refer to that? It's not really a technical term. It's basically just common sense of what that would be called.
Multiple births.
Yeah, multiple births. Yep. And then when they're joined together or combined, what is that called?
Conjoined.
Conjoined, yeah.
Or Siamese.
Or Siamese, yep. Either way. When an X gene from the mother is faulty, there's a 50-50 chance of the child inheriting the disorder. What would that be called?
Sex-linked or X-linked defect.
Yep, that would be like color blindness, let's say. Okay, and then a group of symptoms typical of a particular disease or condition.
Syndrome.
Syndrome, yeah. And then a condition that is present at birth, what do we call that?
Congenital malformation.
Yes. And then interaction of genes with other genes or possibly even with the environment. What is that called?
Multifactorial defects.
And then the last one, too many or too few chromosomes. Chromosomal error like Down syndrome. All right. So I'm going to put that on the Google Stream, and if I add to it, I'll let you know. But, you know, we kind of will start with this each time we get together because I think the more we repeat it, the easier things will come and easier time you'll have with that assessment. Okay. So I have put together our next little section, and it's on birth defects, okay? And those of you that have that accommodation for notes, remember to check your email because I have sent those to you. and it'll help you kind of follow along and keep organized throughout. So just FYI, for anybody that doesn't have that accommodation, remember you do have the recording that I am making right now, and you can always replay that, and you basically can see my slideshow as, we go through the notes, okay? So, let me double check my notes, make sure I'm on track here. Okay, oh, I know what I forgot. I almost went on. All right, so the last time we met, you were given an assignment called Nutrition for Pregnant Women. And it basically was about 12 websites that you could use to find the information that you would need to answer the questions on your worksheet. And I told you that I would give you a little bit of time today to work on that. So I'm going to give you about 15 minutes, whatever time more you need for the assignment you can do on your time and get to me. I believe I have the deadline for this as being Wednesday. Let me just go back and double check that is the due date. Not Wednesday, I'm sorry, Tuesday. I keep getting my days mixed up. There are 4 of you that have turned them in, which is great. What I'd like you 4 to do is to go back into the document, and I'd like you to highlight your answers, okay? And those that have not completed it yet, remember that it's just easier to score when I can see the answers, and if you highlight them, it makes it better for me, okay? So go ahead. For those 4 people that have turned them in, I would like you to go ahead and highlight while everyone else is working for 15 minutes, and then we'll check back, okay? So I still want you here in the class. So let's say, let's see here. So let's reconvene at 40. Let's reconvene at 55. So at 11:55, you will either A, turn your assignment in, or B, make a note that you still have to complete it. I am going to go over a couple of the answers at 11:55. I'm not going to do the whole worksheet, but I am going to go over a couple of them, okay? So go into Google Classroom for those of you, and Rachel, let me know if you need the code. I thought I sent you a link on your email, so that should get you there, but let me know if you need the actual code to get in. So you would go into Google Classroom. It's called Nutrition for Pregnant Women. That was in week 1 because that's when I assigned it. And you're going to be working on that till 11:55. Okay, if you have a question, put it in the chat. If you are, want to unmic, you can do that too. That's totally up to you. All right, so I'm going to start the time using this little tool I have, and it'll help us. Whoops. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see the timer, and when it goes off is when we'll reconvene. Okie dokie. Rachel, were you able to access what you needed for Google Classroom? Can you put in the chat yes or no? Okay, great. Thank you. If anybody has come in late, you can always put in the chat what we're doing, and I will be glad to let you know. Okay, Kaden, in Google Classroom, it was the assignment I gave last week on nutrition for a pregnant woman, and I'm giving you 15 minutes to work on it, but we're already down to 7. Okay, so whatever you don't complete, you'll have to do and get in by tomorrow. But we're working on it right here, and then we're going to move on and go on to some note taking. Got about 5 minutes left, people. Remember to highlight your answers, and those of you that have turned in already, make sure you highlight. Got 2 minutes left. Okay, so let's have you guys pull that out, and I'm gonna ask just a couple of the questions from it, and hopefully, if you can't answer, somebody else could. Okay, we had 4 people that completed it, so hopefully you'll be willing to share some of your answers. But for number 1, explain some of the foodborne risks for pregnant women. Somebody tell us what you put for that one. What about Monica? What did you put for number 1?
I skipped past number 1.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. How about Kels? Is Kelsey here? She was earlier, like for a brief moment of time. I don't see her. All right, Kaden, were you able to get to number 1? Kaden B?
Yeah, I got stuck on it.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anyone that knows the answer to question number 1? Let's start with that.
I think I have it.
All right, cool. Thanks, Brooke. What do you got?
Says there are 2 foodborne risks for a pregnant woman. The first one is Listeria monocytogenes found in refrigerated, ready-to-eat foods and milk products, especially unpasteurized. The second is Toxoplasma gondii, a harmful parasite that's found in raw meat, unwashed fruits and vegetables, contaminated water, soil, cat litter, and places outside where cat feces could be.
Excellent. Gosh, that's awesome. So, and then just, because of that, when you're pregnant, your immune system is altered, and so it makes it hard to fight off microorganisms such as those. And so that's why you got to be really, really careful. Okay. I also wanted number 3 to be answered. Why is it important for a pregnant woman to consume folic acid? What is that? Why is folic acid important?
For the placenta to get food, maybe?
No. What did the article say when you looked up folic acid? Kyla? Oh my God. Kyla? Did you get that one? Number 3? Folic acid?
No, I didn't get number 3 because my computer was being slow, so I just tried to skip over it. And
Okay. What about Gia? Did you get number 3 for folic acid? Gia Miller, are you in the house? I see you. Azaria, can you help me?
I said that it was used to make the extra blood in your body that you need during pregnancy.
For folic acid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, folic acid is
I
going
have it.
okay. What you get, Brooke?
It said it's a B vitamin and it can help prevent certain birth defects.
Yep. Very good. So yeah, it does help brain development, spine, which could lead to birth defects. You need 400 micrograms each and every day. Most women will, like for me, when I decided I wanted to have kids, I went to the doctor, like we've talked about. I was put on prenatal vitamins, which has the required folic acid that my body needs. And then I got pregnant. So my body already had everything that it could possibly need for the development of that baby. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that something will go wrong, but it's a high probability that it could. So you want to be really careful and always make sure you're taking prenatal vitamins. I had a friend one time, and of course, there's other variables, but it was kind of an unplanned pregnancy, and so prenatal vitamins were not given until they find out they were pregnant, which, could be a couple weeks into the pregnancy. And when she went to ultrasound at the 5th month marker, her child was without a brain. And so that's unfortunate. And the ultrasound tech can't diagnose it. So they actually have to call the doctor to read the ultrasound. And then the doctor has to come in and give the devastating result. So it can be kind of disheartening. But, that does possibly stem from the lack of folic acid. Okay. And then the other one that I wanted answered was the grid, where it talks about protein, calcium, iron, and folic acid. So I already gave you the folic acid as 400 micrograms, which what it's going to do is help prevent birth defects. But did anyone pick up on protein, like how much you would need if you were pregnant and what is needed, why the nutrient is needed? Anyone pick up on that one? Rachel, I don't know if you got that far. Probably not. Sarah, you were done with it. What'd you get for number 7 for protein? And you can put it in the chat too if you need to. So on the grid for number 7, protein, what was the amount you needed? Tanner, I know that you had finished it. What did you get for the protein?
What did I get?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is for the nutrition for pregnant women, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just.
And then it's number 7, and it's protein. How much do you need, a pregnant woman?
How much do you need? 7 to 100 grams.
Okay, so 75 to 100 grams, and then what did you write for why it's needed?
Because it builds muscles, bones, and tissues.
Okay, and then what do you have for calcium? Can you read that one? How much you need?
1,000 grams. Milligrams.
Okay, and then what did you say for why it's needed?
To form bones and teeth, hard muscles, and nerves.
Good. And what do you have for iron?
Really gonna make me do it. 27 milligrams a day
And then what did you, why is it needed?
for new red blood cells and brain development.
Good job. You're doing great. Awesome. Thank you for contributing with that. I appreciate you.
No problem. And for folic acid, 400 micrograms prevents birth defects, baby's brain and spine. There.
Excellent. You did a great job. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. And Sarah or Trisha, can you tell me 3 things a pregnant woman should cut down on or avoid in the diet? Number 8. Because I know you guys had completed it. That's why I was asking. Or if somebody had done that far. I mean, that's number 8, so that's kind of far. Not sure. Jordan, did you get to number 8? Jordan, darling, did you get number 8? Oh my Lord, you all are killing me today. Ah!
I'm looking at a website that's like saying it.
Okay, when you just read it off to me, bro.
It says alcohol, fish
Yep.
that may have a high levels of mercury, foods
Yep.
that are more likely to contain germs that could cause foodborne illness, and too much caffeine.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. So it looks like some of you have some work to do. Just make sure that you get it into me by Tuesday. If you took it out to read it to me like Tanner did, make sure you guys turn it back in, okay? I don't want you to forget that you pulled it out to look at answers and then were unable, didn't get it in on time. So make sure you put it back in Google Classroom for the turn-in. All right, so now I'm going to switch gears. So that's something that you'll have to finish up on your time. We now are going to go into the Google Slides when it comes to birth defects. So I'm going to go through a Google slide. I'll probably be adding some things to our Quizlet. And then you guys are going to have a project to do where you're going to pick a birth defect and you're going to do a slideshow presentation, okay? But we will talk more about that next time, but I just want to put a bug in your ear right now that that's coming up, okay? But we'll talk more about that next time, but I wanted to introduce it so you weren't like caught off guard. All right, so I want to go into Google Classroom. I'm going to open up our note page, which is in week number 2, okay? Oh, I guess I did open it up. So you guys need to open that, and then I'm going to go through the notes, and all you have to do is follow along with me, and then you should be in really good season, okay? I did want to talk a little bit about weight during pregnancy. So, for example, some people think that the weight that a woman gains is all the food that she ate, okay? But
It's
there
12:07.
What's that? Does someone have a question for me?
Ooh.
Monica, question? Okay. Okay, so this is just all the weight gain. So the baby, when it's in the uterus, is going to be, as progression begins and ends, it's about 7.5 pounds that a woman has the extra weight that she has to carry around. And then the extra fat and other nutrients that are there extra is about 7 pounds. Extra blood volume for the baby is about 4 pounds. Other extra body fluids are 4 pounds. Breast enlargement for the milk production is 2 pounds. The uterus isn't going to enlarge, and that's another 2 pounds. And then the amniotic fluid is 2 pounds, and then the placenta is 1.5 pounds. So you can kind of see that the weight gain isn't just the food that's being consumed, it's all this extra stuff that our body has to provide for this growing baby. Okay, and I meant to share that with you guys, and I keep forgetting, so I just want to make sure that we touch base on that. Okay, so problems in prenatal development is where we're going to be right now, and I'm going to go pull that open for us here. If I can figure out where I put it, it was always a good thing. Where did I put that? Well, I thought it was right here, darn it. I will go get it. It'll take me 2 seconds to pull this up, hopefully. That's the goal anyway. Gosh, I had it up there. Doo-doo-doo. Well, sugars. Maybe it's not going to be where I want it. All right, hang tight. I'm going to go get it in a different way. It's not the way I wanted to, but I don't know. Something's kooky. Okay, so you guys go into Google Classroom and pull up that document where you're just going to kind of fill it out with me. Brooke, have you found it? What I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have it up on my computer.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure, if you can find it, I'm sure everybody else can. So I'm just double checking, okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting food right now.
Oh, it's okay. All right, so our learning target is to contrast between miscarriages and stillbirth. And then we're going to identify how major birth defects can be diagnosed and the prenatal tests that are given to help figure out whether or not a female might have a birth defect during the development of her baby. So that's kind of where we're going. Okay, so these I believe are in your notes. So not all pregnancy end in the birth of a healthy infant, which is unfortunate, but you got to plan for the best and the worst. Some end early with the unborn baby's death, and some babies are born with health problems. About 120,000 babies are born each year in the U.S. with birth defects, and they are the leading cause of death in the first year of life. I believe those are the first couple questions that go on your document that's in Google Classroom. Tanner, are you with us? Did you find that document and open it?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to check on you, make sure. Oh, that's awesome. Good job, bud. Okay, and then Brooke, I'll use you as my temperature to let me know when you have that on your paper. And I can move on. Hopefully you can do that in the mix of making lunch.
Ms. Zepka,
Yes.
what is the document called?
It is in week 2, and there's only 2 documents there. There's the new one, and then there's your warm-up. So it should be right under week 2. Do you see it?
No, let me refresh.
It is called Problems in Prenatal Development Guided Notes. Let me know when you found it. I'm kind of waiting on you to make sure you are okay.
I got it. I just didn't refresh.
Okay, very good. Okay.
I do have it written down, by the way.
Oh, you do? Okay, thanks, Brooke. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad that you spoke out because, if you don't have it, I'm sure there's a couple of people that didn't have it either. So that's always helpful. Okay, so now let's kind of compare miscarriage to stillbirth. Tell me what you know about those 2 things. Like, how would you tell me the difference between a miscarriage and a stillbirth? What would you say? Anybody? Like, how would you specify the difference between a miscarriage and a stillbirth?
Miscarriage is before birth or before when the baby was supposed to be born. And a stillbirth is when the baby has been born and is born dead.
Okay. Those are good synopsises. All right. So a miscarriage is developing baby dies prior to the 20th week of pregnancy. So it's really early on that happens. And then about 15% of recognized pregnancies end in miscarriage. But basically, like, you knew you were pregnant. And like I said, there's a lot of women that miscarriage that don't even know that they were pregnant. So, medical professionals do not completely understand the cause. So, you know, I have had a miscarriage and I know it's nothing that I did that caused that to happen. I think my body recognized something was wrong and was quick to take care of it. Okay. A stillbirth is basically developing baby dies after the 20th week and occurs in about 2% of pregnancies. Most common problem with that is the placenta can have issues. There can be abnormal chromosomes, poor growth and infections can cause that. It's a sad moment because, you know, it can happen anytime after the 20th week. So I was telling you about the friend of mine that had the ultrasound without the brain. And so they had to induce labor and she had to go through birthing the baby. And there wasn't a, you know, special thing at the end, unfortunately. And that was very sad. Sometimes if it's in like a miscarriage, they might have to do a DNC, which means that, you know, even though the body is discarding it, there may be some things left behind that could cause infection or cause a problem for any future pregnancies. So sometimes they'll go in and do a DNC where they kind of go up into the uterus and kind of clean it out, just for any extra tissues or things that the body was not able to discard on its own. And that's something that they might, you know, do an ultrasound, an internal ultrasound, and just make sure everything is okay. There's different ways that they handle those kinds of things. Okay. So just make sure you have, like, sometimes when I did your little note page there, I didn't put numbers for every single thing. I just thought you guys could prioritize what you felt should be written down. So like if I give a slide and it's got, let's say, 6 or 7 bullets and I only gave you 3 options, you can choose what you want to write down. Or if you want to add in more numbers, that's totally up to you. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. Brooke, I hope we're good. If not, you can pipe in and say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Okay.
I'm finishing up the third one for stillbirth.
Oh, you were here?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then you have types of birth defects. So you have abnormality of structure. Just an example would be like a missing foot or an extra missing finger. Body systems, 1 or more are not functioning properly. So blindness, deafness, mental retardation, things like that. Brookie, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to leave at this last one. So once you get this down, you're free to go. But the causes of birth defects, there's 4 categories. There's factors in your environment, heredity factors. We talked about that errors in chromosomes, and then a combination of environment and hereditary factors. So when we meet up again, we will be kind of looking at each one of these and, you know, describing what each entails. And then hopefully I'll be able to talk a little bit about your project so that you're, you know, able to kind of prepare mentally and have any questions at the forefront that I can answer for you. But we'll talk more about that at next piece of that. All right. Any questions? I'm going to leave that slide up. Hi, Tanner.
Do we go? I guess.
Go ahead. Keep trying.
Do we continue on with this?
Nope. You stop right there, and we will pick it up the next time we're together. How does that sound?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Then you are free to go, sir, as long as you have this slide on your your document.
Hang on. I'm gonna finish these things. I'm finished writing these things first.
Yep. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm finished with that, by the way.
Okay, Brooke. You are free to go. Thanks for helping me out as always, and I hope I'll see you next time.
All right, see ya.
Bye, Brooke.
See you later.
Bye. And then Tanner, you just let me know when you're done, okay? And I will move the slide.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
You good to go?
Yep.
All right. I'll see you next time, sir.
All right. See ya.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
All right. Hey, Rachel, are you okay with everything?
Yeah, would I be able to get these sent to me?
Do you have a 504?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Okay. I'm thinking somebody did. Yes. Yes, I will be glad to do that for you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to write that down right now. I have 2 more classes. So if I don't do it by the end of the day, make sure you send me an email and just remind me to do it because I'm more than willing to do that.
Okay.
All right. And I hope did you understand the warm up and all that?
Yeah, I didn't get it down completely because I got into class late.
Okay, that's all right.
Time.
Okay, yeah, they're always going to be on Google Classroom, so you're good to go. And
Okay.
even the ones that you missed, if you can go back and you only have to do parenting. You don't have to do the C or the N. And just give me your best guess on the ones that were last week.
Okay.
Okay, and just make sure you do caps and ends because those are crucial for you to get those points. But other than that, just let me know if you have questions as we move forward, and I'm just, welcome, and I hope things go well for you today.
Thank you.
Yep, take care of yourself.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Aiden, are you with me or what? Or did you just walk away? All right, well, I have to go to my other classes, so I'm going to X you out because if I leave you in here, you could be in here for 3 hours. So hasta la vista, baby.